When cilantro is cheap, I do this immediately. Cilantro stays fresh all year without spoiling. Hello, it's great to see you again on the Clever Tricks channel. Have you ever opened your fridge planning to grab some cilantro for breakfast, only to find the whole bunch wilted, soggy, or even smelly? Just a few sprigs, but that's wasted money, wasted time, and sometimes it even makes you lose the motivation to cook. I used to be like that too, until an elderly farmer shared with me an incredibly simple way to keep cilantro fresh. And surprisingly, since then, I've never had to throw cilantro away again. Today, I'll share tips to keep cilantro fresh and green for longer without complicated tools, just using familiar kitchen items. Especially, the last method is definitely worth trying. Don't miss it. Let's get started. I have created subtitles in multiple languages. Please select your preferred language. Comment below and let me know which country you are watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all around the world. Before storing, when you bring cilantro home, remove any yellowed or damaged leaves. Do this gently, because this step greatly affects how long the cilantro can last. If damaged leaves are left, they will quickly rot and spread to the rest. Next, prepare a large bowl of water, add a pinch of salt and a spoon of baking soda, and stir until dissolved. Soak all the cilantro in this solution for about 10 minutes. Baking soda helps remove residues, while salt supports cleaning and antibacterial effects. Together, they help keep the cilantro cleaner and fresher longer. Then rinse the cilantro with clean water 2 to 3 times, remembering to handle it gently to avoid bruising. Let it drain completely. If still damp, use a paper towel to gently pat dry. At this point, the cilantro is clean and dry. You can use it immediately or continue with the storage methods below, especially method 3, which is very convenient. Let's explore. Well, method 1, use lime powder or baking soda to absorb moisture. Cilantro often spoils quickly, not because of cold, but because of moisture, especially in the vegetable compartments of the fridge. To fix this, you only need a small tip. Place a small spoon of lime powder or baking soda in the corner of the storage container. Then place a layer of tissue paper or thin cloth on top so it doesn't come into direct contact with the cilantro. Finally, gently arrange the cleaned and fully drained cilantro into the container. Where are you from? It's such a joy that we're connecting from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. Loosely cover and place it in the fridge's vegetable drawer. Lime powder or baking soda will absorb excess moisture in the air, keeping the cilantro dry, preventing sogginess and mold. Do not let the lime powder or baking soda touch the cilantro directly. I find this method extremely effective and economical. The cilantro can last nearly 10 days while staying green and fragrant like freshly picked. Method 2. Store using zip bags. Use a sharp knife to cut the cilantro into short segments. Here I prepare 3 small zip bags. Put the cut cilantro into each bag, each portion enough for 1 cooking use. If you want to prevent the cilantro from sticking together when frozen, spread it evenly in the bag before placing it in the freezer. Gently press out the air and seal the bag tightly. If using within 5 to 7 days, keep the zip bags in the French compartment. If you want longer storage, you can lightly freeze it. The cilantro still retains its aroma, and when using, you can put it directly into the dish without defrosting. I really love this tip because it's both clean and convenient, especially for quick cooking. Cilantro can stay fresh in the fridge for about a week, and if frozen, it can last up to 2 months while retaining about 80% of its aroma. Method 3. Store in a glass jar. Use a sharp knife to cut the cilantro into 1 to 1.5 centimeters pieces. You can mix leaves and stems together or separate them, depending on the dish. Prepare a glass jar. Gently place the chopped cilantro into the jar without compressing it, allowing space for air. Seal the lid tightly. Place the jar in the refrigerator compartment, avoiding areas that are too cold or near the fridge door. I really like this method because glass jars preserve moisture and the natural aroma of cilantro very well, and they don't retain odors like plastic bags. The cilantro stays fresh longer and looks green and lovely every time you open the fridge. If stored properly, cilantro in a glass jar can stay fresh for up to 10 to 12 days. Method 4. Prepare a small glass jar. Add some clean water. Place the glass of water on top of a larger jar lid. Prepare a large glass jar. Place the remaining vegetables in the larger glass jar, ensuring that the tops of the vegetables are completely covered. Next, place the jar of vegetables in the glass of water so that the roots are submerged. Placing vegetables in a glass jar with a little water at the bottom and a lid on top will create the effect of miniature vegetable gardening in the refrigerator. The waterlogged roots of the vegetable will continue to absorb moisture, providing hydration that keeps the stems and leaves green and fresh. Meanwhile, the covering of the leaves helps maintain stable humidity, preventing them from drying out due to the cold air in the refrigerator. Thanks to this method, vegetables retain their freshness, green color, and characteristic aroma for many days, even 2 to 3 times longer than when stored in regular plastic bags. Thanks to this method, vegetables retain their freshness, green color, and characteristic aroma for many days, even 2 to 3 times longer than when stored in regular plastic bags. If you don't have a glass jar, you can use a Ziploc bag to cover the leaves and secure it with a rubber band. Where are you from? It's such a joy that we're connecting from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. Store in the refrigerator's cool compartment, away from the refrigerator door. Placing vegetables in a glass jar with a little water at the bottom and covering it with a Ziploc bag acts as a seal. And they can be preserved for 1 to 2 weeks if done correctly, and the water is changed regularly. Method 5. I make coriander powder for later use. I separate the leaves like this because the leaves are the most fragrant part. I don't throw away the stems and roots, but keep them to make coriander tea, which has a very pleasant aroma and a mild taste. Then, I line the air fryer with parchment paper. Then I spread the coriander leaves out in a thin layer. This step requires a little care, but the result is evenly dried coriander with a beautiful color. I set the temperature to about 90 degrees Celsius and dried it for 30 to 40 minutes. The low temperature helps the herbs dry slowly, preserving their green color and natural aroma. Every 10 minutes or so, I open the pot and gently stir to prevent the herbs from burning or darkening. When enough time has passed, I take it out. At this point, it feels very light. The leaves are crisp and easily crumble with just a gentle squeeze. I let the dried coriander cool completely. I don't rush this step because if I grind it while it's still warm, the powder will easily become damp again. The dried coriander now has a very distinct aroma, exactly the natural dried herb scent that I really like. I put it in a blender and grind it to the desired fineness. Where are you from? It's such a joy that we're connecting from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. Then, I put the powder into a clean, dry glass jar and seal the lid tightly. It's such a joy that we're connecting from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. It's very convenient to use. Just sprinkle a little on eggs, potatoes, salads, or soups, and the dish will be much more appealing. You don't need much, just a small amount is enough to enhance the flavor. I store the jar in a dry, well-ventilated place. Making my own coriander powder gives me peace of mind. It's clean, fragrant, and free of preservatives. Coriander powder is very convenient, especially on days when I need to cook quickly. The next method is also very convenient for those who cook frequently. Thank you so much for watching the video to the end. See you in the next cooking tips video.